episode of Lessons with Larry. I'm here today with my beautiful co-host, Miss Stephanie Winfrey, and my brother Money Mike. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to be back. I've been gone for a minute. This is episode 57. And first of all, let me start by asking Miss Stephanie Winfrey, how you feeling? How you
I'm
doing?
good. I'm good today, and it's nice to see you back.
Nice to be back.
Yeah, we've been rolling right along without you,
I,
but I'm
I
glad you back in the
appreciate y'all.
driver's
I
seat.
appreciate y'all. That's what having good co-hosts is about. You know
Yes.
what I mean? That's a beautiful thing. And I
Yep.
figured I'll just be going long enough for them to miss me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad to be back. Brother Money Mike.
collecting that unemployment for a minute.
Uh-huh.
He said the
Understand.
The
benefits
sick
ran
leave
out.
check.
Yeah, benefit them ran out.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean? He beat us here.
couldn't yeah, couldn't get no
Totally did.
I couldn't get no more medical excuses. You see? Doctor wasn't saying doctor said, no, you healthy, keep it moving, man. But yeah, today's subject is how good is a relationship based off liking someone? And this is episode 57 with Lessons with Larry. And so I would like to, do what I do all the time and ask my, lovely co-host,
Mhm.
how you feel about the subject today?
I feel very good about the subject because what is a relationship when you in one when you feel like a person just liking you, and I feel like liking is a very basic. It's basic when you compare it to love. You can like anything. If you buy a pair of shoes, you may not really love the pair of shoes that you buy, but you might like it and you're going to wear it because you bought it, because you like it. But I think sometimes relationships are sometimes built off of somebody just liking each other and,
Yeah.
and feeling like, okay, I like her.
Okay.
She cool, or I like him, or he cool. But that's basic. And then people get caught up in liking relationships. You get someone pregnant off of a liking relationship. Now you want to exit stage right because you didn't love that person.
What
So is that good?
I, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think that liking is just the beginning. I think that's where a lot of relationships started. And
Mhm.
through liking someone, that means you can tolerate being around them and spending time with them. And a lot of times they used to come back in the olden days, but the older days they used to call that courting.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a lost art to today's standards because everything is microwave. You know what I mean? It's so fast. You go from, one day you just met the person to next week y'all living together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think that's where we get caught up into them real bad relationships, some toxic relationships, because y'all don't really even know each other.
Facts.
Right. You
It's
ain't
people
stay
married
friends.
that don't know each other.
Yes.
For real. That's more common than most people would think. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's real common.
Right. So what I'm gathering off of this word like when we use it for the relationship,
Mhm.
place of it, is that you looking, oh, I like this person.
Mhm.
Then this person like you, and you start the relationship
Mhm.
off the like,
Mhm.
not the part of getting to know,
Mhm.
Right.
but off the like. And therefore, that's why on this particular subject today
Mhm.
is we trying to point out and stress just how important it is to understand liking a person when you meet, and then once it go to get to a relationship
Mhm.
status, make sure, although you like, make sure you paying attention and taking the L off of like and learning,
Mhm.
learning the person, learning each other. Because as you said, when you jumped off and you met, oh, I like this person, we jumped straight out, hanging out, going places, heat of the moment, here go a baby. But then once the like part is over and it's to really getting to know the person, you really can't stand so many things about the person that you don't want to be around them. So now here's a baby. Here's a toxic relationship that you're tied into because you're feeling obligated because of time invested.
Mhm.
And like you said, the possibility of a kid. So it just can go a lot of ways, you understand, when you get into acting off the like part.
And I also feel like jumping into a relationship, or jumping into a relationship because you running from another relationship, and you get into this other relationship based off the fact that you like this person and maybe known this person for a while, but I like them enough to put my 10 toes down in it. But now, oh my goodness, they got that bad habit. I don't like how she make the bed. You know, she argue too much, or you nitpick. I mean, it could be anything.
Expect this,
Expect that.
expect
Now
that.
they want to get married. Now they putting the pressure on you.
It's
Now
out of your comfort zone.
right. Now they putting the pressure on because now they want to get married. And in the beginning, you thinking, I'm just liking you like that. You know, now you have to be careful of when you jumping into a relationship based off of liking somebody. I think that's wrong. And I think that's not right. I think people need to get to know each other, become friends. And really, like Larry said, you know, that's really common now. And even in marriages that people don't even know each other. Right. So now do we do that because of loneliness? You know, we get lonely and we feel like they need somebody on their side. You know, they want to go to the movies, or they don't want to sleep by themselves. And where do that get you? That gets you into another toxic situation. And here you are again. Then that's when the frustration come in, the disrespect. It comes in with the disrespect and all of that. And once she leaves the disrespect, you know, because you got this irritation going on. And now it's like, now I gotta put up with this stuff and all of that. So hey, I just feel like you get to know somebody and really get to know them. Be a part of their world.
Yeah, now is it fair to say, with us looking at this background that was just shown, which is the Copa.
Oh, Copa. Okay.
And that started a lot of liking relationships.
Is it fair to say we all been guilty off of that?
Of liking.
Right at their meeting.
That's where it started.
From meeting at that Copa.
Liking what was in there on the first flow.
That Copa, And in any event you didn't get what you're looking for, you go to the second floor.
Yeah.
So I think we all a little guilty off of that Copa situation.
Yeah. Shout out to the Copa.
Shout out to the Copa.
Shout out to the
babies that probably came
up that door from the Copa. Baby. Yeah, they grandbaby. I mean, you know,
got grandbabies now from the Copa.
Yeah, for sure. It started right there. Going through them doors you see right there.
Yeah, generations done started.
Yeah, off the Copa. Yeah, old Luke used to slide through there, and they used to get real wild. Yeah. They used to be like Doodoo Brown.
Oh my goodness! Now
get low.
Now you just took it way back.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I used to be sharp going up in there.
Yeah, me too. Nothing. What they used to say, young whippersnappers don't know what we talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
They don't have a clue.
No, they ain't got a clue about that building there. You know what I mean? Old Big Cheese was in there.
Yeah,
they had it turned up. Yeah. Shout out to Ray Furlow, Big Cheese. Yeah. No, but back on subject. You know, I really like to say that I think that a lot of people these days get into relationships, they dive in head first, and
absolutely.
Yeah, and when you get into a relationship and you don't know no one, I mean, you really don't know them, then you really don't know what to expect.
And not at all.
No.
And
but blinded by that light. Blinded by that light.
Yeah.
Puts you there.
It will.
You know, it puts you
there. A lot of
there.
us been with people because we like what we saw.
It's the lust of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, the flesh, you know, she looking like that and he looking like that. Well, he fine. Or she looking good.
Yeah.
You know, that take you straight into a territory you want to get out of.
Yeah.
And it ain't that easy once you get into it, because now here come the drama behind it. You know,
but you know, I would say the drama don't always show up immediately.
Oh no,
you know,
because you in your honeymoon stage.
Ain't no question.
You having fun.
You having fun.
You're out
you
to
blinded
the
by the
movies.
fun.
You're going to places together. You liking the moments.
You liking the moments.
But the moments don't define who nobody is.
Right.
And then once that's over with, then you sitting down,
and not a real person.
And then the thing is not even that you wasn't a real person. So I'm glad you said that, because see, that's another thing off of that like. It ain't that the person. Now here come the real person. No, the real person was who was there from the start.
Right. They just was.
But it's just that. Wait, let me be clear with this.
Okay,
I can't even call it a camouflage. See, understand the true importance of this word we using when you liked. You liked it so much that you chose not to see that a person and gave it time to see who a person is, then you fought the person. Or this person turned out to be a nutcase or a person. No, this person is who they was from the start. You didn't take time to find out the person. So therefore, once the liking
it's gone,
settled down, the high off of liking, and it settled down, you just discovered the characteristics of the person when you took time to really look.
Yeah.
And that's where that problem come into play at. It ain't that the person turned to be this. When you don't give things time to get to know a person, you get involved into the like, because a like can go a long way. Like leads up to the marriage that you were speaking on, to where you really don't even know the person you married, because you rolled the like out so long.
Yeah, you rolled that like out.
Now I say this, depending on the circumstance and the situation, I'm sure somebody somewhere that can actually relate to this. When you meet the person, say you meet someone today, say you meet that person today, you're not, in my humble opinion, I believe that you're not actually meeting the person.
No,
you're meeting that person on a diplomatic mission to woo you over. You know what I'm saying? And people have a good way of camouflaging flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And traits of flaws. They didn't master the camouflage game. So, not to say that the signs wouldn't eventually show, but at first they don't be there like that.
Man. They don't.
I've yet to see them be there like that, because if they show the signs too fast, then that's
they're
when
gonna run your way.
You're gonna go on about your business. You're gonna be like, no, this is exactly what I don't want.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Like when you get into this relationship talk, it could be different categories of it. And when we speaking here, I hear your aspect of, now we talking about the wolves in the sheep suit.
Yeah.
We talking about the person's out knowing they ain't right to get a person. I'm particularly speaking on this like word, is where you can genuinely like each other and really who you are genuinely, but you just don't like that person once you come off of that high of the emotional light and sit and see the person just for the way they operate. Wait, no, this person comes in any time of this person never settled, or this person is, and it's genuine things that you just don't like in the person that don't necessarily make them a bad person or a deceitful person. So on the other level of relationships, which is involved in this, you absolutely correct, bro. There are people that will sit and put on a show to woo you, and nothing of what they say.
When you over, when you over.
I got a question. So based off of the like situation, right? If you in a relationship and and you've been in a relationship for a while.
What you call it a while?
Some years.
Okay.
And you think it's love. You think because you done been in it for some years and you think it's love. And because that other person never got past the like, do you think that will be reason or cause for cheating?
I'm trying to understand that again.
Yeah,
run that again for what you're saying.
Just
okay.
For clarity.
Okay. So if you're in a relationship for some years.
Okay.
Based off of how you feel, you might feel like it's love, but that other person never did get past the like stage. But they liked you enough to be there and stick and stay. So they stuck and they stayed. But because they didn't get past the like stage, is that a reason or a cause for cheating? Because they never made it crossed over to the love.
Which one is cheating? I want for clarity. Which one are you referring to?
Male or female?
No. I mean the liker or the one, because one went to, according to the question, I believe one went to love and the other one stayed at like, right?
The other one stayed at the like.
So
and they never crossed over to the love.
Which one? So you saying the one that liked was cheating?
Yes.
Okay.
But is that a reason for cheating?
I mean, because
they never crossed over to love.
Because the like person never committed. You know what
But
I'm saying?
but you thought they did because now you in this relationship for you've been in it for some years. So when you think that they love you,
Not
so
necessarily.
how do you
Basically, though, your
differentiate
question
the
is
like and the love?
is it justified a reason to cheat if you didn't get past the like part but carried on with the relationship?
There you go.
See, now here's the problem right here.
Okay.
This is the problem with that. None of it's right for the cheating. No. The
Right.
thing
Facts.
is let's learn to be honest. Let's be straightforward and bring it. Why are you choosing to stay in something that's not right for you instead of saying, hey, this is not working. I'm sorry. We gave this a chance. But hey, this is not me, and go on about your business. Because see, if you sit and accepting the relationship, which is a contract, then this is where a lot of the chaos come into play at is you knowing you don't feel this way about the person. So you know what? Hey, I'm in this. I accept this part of them. But hey, I'll go get the other part from this man, or I'll go get the other part from this woman. It's all this is about not being honest and straightforward. And once again, I don't want to blame the influences of the videos, the movies that's been put out here now, and the thing that promotes disrespect, and you don't have to be loyal, play this person this way. Go back to like my bro was saying, back when courting was courting and when real was real. So much of this stuff is based off of the
Likes
wrong
and
elements.
views.
How
Likes
do you
and
think
views.
you're gonna get something
Likes
right?
and views.
Likes and views.
Yeah. How you think you're gonna get something out of something you already know that ain't right?
Right.
Like I told a person, I said, listen, between me and you knew you entered that relationship with the wrong intentions. Why are you complaining about what all them went
What the
wrong?
results was.
And you went in with the wrong, with it wrong.
Right.
So let's just be real.
Right.
And then you got the other question. Let's go with this. No matter what, when a relationship is toxic, they got to question, why do you stay in there? Oh, I love them. Oh, I love her. Oh, I didn't put all this time into this. So if you feel that way, stop complaining and accept a set of circumstances that you done chose to be a part of. Because at the end of the day, we all have choices. If it ain't right, bye.
Okay, easy said than done. Let me start there.
Yeah.
That's just like domestic. Well, that's just like the domestic violence podcast that we did. Easy said than done. A lot of people say, "Why didn't you leave?" Because it's many reasons why a woman or even a man would stay in something toxic like that. Because maybe it's the investment that you got into it. You didn't invest it. Wait a minute. You didn't. Maybe it's the investment that you have put into this person. And as you get older, that becomes and you might not want to say an age thing, but it does. Because when I was in my 20s and 30s, hey, it was pop, locking, and rolling. I didn't care, skip the doula. I'm go to one to the next if that's the case. But as the over 50, that don't happen. So now you wonder why you stay, because you invested. You invested and you got love on the floor. And it ain't that easy just to pick up and go when you got years in there. So you try to work on it and you try to believe that that you're going to work on your problems. That's the fight. That's the fight or flight.
That's your opinion and mindset.
That's right.
And
it's a lot of other women's opinion.
And right.
And I'm sure
this is
I'm not
thing.
speaking just for
when
myself.
You keep hearing what I'm saying is once you sometimes when you stuck somewhere, you sit in the next person, female or male, that say what you said. That's all the excuse the person used to stay where they don't need to be.
No, it's not no excuse. It's reality for some people.
And it is a reality
and
too.
it becomes depression.
But
so
I
can't just downgrade and just say, oh, you just and they're truly depressed to the part they might want to kill themselves, suicidal.
All that exists.
All that. So you cannot dismiss that.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, you know what's right by you and you know what's wrong by you.
Absolutely.
So hold on now. Let me support what you said as well. It's mental. It has a mental effect on people. So you quit being afraid to go and talk to somebody and seek help. You
Professional
understand?
help.
Professional help. I don't want to go do this. I don't.
Exactly.
There's a lot of places out here
Mhm.
that offer the help, and people won't go get it.
Mhm.
So go get the help that's needed.
Absolutely. And that
Yeah, I
and-
agree with you on that. You know, sometimes,
absolutely.
yeah, it's
it get down to that off of the simple like. Well, because
Yeah.
here it is, you in love, and this other your partner
it's in
ain't
light.
is still in light, and that's like what they say unoaked. It ain't
Not of
equally
the
oaked.
same yoke.
Yeah, it's not of the
Equally
same
yoked.
boat.
Yeah, equally yoked.
Yeah, but like once again, let's even go with this. Before people even get into that situation, they may already have been broken or something before that.
Mhm.
Stop. People that know, be honest with yourself. First of all,
Yeah.
I beg people to be honest with themselves.
Mhm.
A lot of people take on relationships knowing mentally
They're
they're
not
not
right.
ready for a
Hold on,
relationship.
now
Ooh,
check
that's
this out.
deep.
It's kind of like
That's
they
deep.
come in the relationship with baggage, for an example, right?
Ooh.
I mean, come to a brand new situation
Ooh.
in relationship with the baggage from your last relationship, and then you could easily say something to this person, and it may trigger them to argue with you, and you think they arguing with you, but they really arguing with the person that they just got out of a relationship with.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think that
Because you still stuck there because you're so used to the toxic.
yeah, toxic,
Yeah.
whatever.
Your toxicity. Yeah.
Toxicity.
Now
Yeah,
you want to
toxicity.
get out of it,
Yeah.
but
Like a
you're so
tongue
used
twister.
to it, and that's what your body
Toxicity.
crave.
Yeah.
You know, you
Do
crave
your
that.
body crave it or do
your
your
mind
mind?
crave.
Your mind
crave.
Well, the body
craves that.
can too.
But
Your body craves getting beat up or something. I want to beat up so they can get back to it. Now that's
yeah.
Your body.
That's
Wait a
my
minute now.
definition of toxic.
Wait a minute. I might crave that body, that toxic body.
Whoa,
Wait a minute.
hold on now.
No,
That's the problem.
no,
That's the
but on
problem.
that,
That's the
but
problem.
on that
Truth is
serious
coming out
note,
on lessons from that.
but on that serious note, like I was saying, a lot of people getting involved into them
Hold on.
situations.
So somebody just punched Stephanie. Did she like?
I want to go. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
you
it.
asked for it.
You asked
You know
for
what
it.
I mean?
Woo. You still might want some of that. Like I don't know, it ain't good for you, but you sure like it.
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff is coming from broken places.
Yeah, for real.
Even when you mention bringing the luggage into that one, that's still a person that's not ready for a relationship.
But see, by us being social creatures,
yes,
it's easier for us to call ourselves getting rid of something by adding something else. You know what I'm saying? But see, people don't take the time. People don't take the time to hold it. They don't take the time to do that introspect and getting themselves together before they invite another person into their life.
Suppose you get addicted to the sex and you can't leave.
But if that's what you making your priority, then once again, you at the end of the stories you keep saying.
Well, I'm just throwing it out
is
there.
an agreement.
Because it ain't necessarily got to be you,
but
right.
It's an agreement. I'm saying whomever do it is accepting an agreement. This sex so good. I'm gonna take these ass whoopings. I'm gonna take this verbal abuse. Or whatever the case may be. But that's what you willing to accept for that sexual pleasure. So now that goes back to my original thing that I always tell people. There's nothing worse out here in this world than the love affair that one has with the madness of their desires. Because that's a desire.
Ooh, that's a desire.
That's a desire.
Thanks.
And your madness lock you in to where as long as I'm getting that every few days, that little ass whooping don't matter because he gonna blow my back out.
Blow my back out
when he finished.
Or
when
the
we finish arguing.
But guess what?
Or
a lot of women,
or the financial.
But let me tell you,
the financial. That man paying you good, but treating you, or one person, woman, or somebody treating you like garbage, but because they paying, shit, girl, I'm still at the nail salon every such and such. My toes is, or hey, I'm over here getting a new PlayStation. One of them guys.
Ooh,
but you still accepting bold contracts of relationships. You still accepting bold contracts of relationships.
And that's just the problem.
I done got froze like a deer in head. Like, oh my God.
But that happens so much though.
We on here, my bad.
That happens so
Only when lessons with Larry. When you see
you
this.
never know what's gonna happen. You never know
Only
what's
when
gonna
Money
set
Mike.
place.
When you see this.
And only when you in the presence of the greatest.
Right. Shout out to the greatest Mayfield. Shout out to
Oh
Brother
my
James.
goodness. But
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna tell you something, women, and I'm gonna speak for women because I know women that get caught up in the sex thing because they can't let go of it. Even though I'm telling you, Mike, you a man.
Because I know that you're sticking to this subject, but go ahead.
Yes, but we got
But
because
you
it's
go
a part
ahead.
of the life.
You know, you're going to have
It's
me
a part
start
of the
checking
life.
you for bumps and bruises. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it ain't the fight.
Like that makeup off.
It's not
you.
the fight.
Let me see if you're doing a Tina Turner cover up. You know what are you? Come on now, you got me a little worried about you, but go ahead.
Oh Lord, it ain't about the fight though.
Okay, then.
Right? It don't necessarily mean that it's
Is it the makeup?
abusive like that.
Is it the makeup?
It could be
Ah,
the makeup's part of it.
And it's coming out.
Yes.
There you go,
It's
Larry.
coming out.
You
On
said
Lessons
it.
with Larry.
What they said about that
Out of
makeup
the
sex?
Oh, they
That makeup sex is good. I ain't gonna lie.
But
The makeup
see,
sex is good. I don't
but
care
let's
what
get-
you say.
right.
So
I can
it's
hear you.
toxic as it is. They call you over,
So
baby. Do you feel like coming over
let me
tonight?
help you, cuz
I know we just argued, and I know this and that, but can you come on over
She
tonight?
having flashbacks.
Can you
Yeah.
come? Can you come on over tonight?
Song. Flashback.
Can you come on? Yeah, I guess I can. Dang, but you
So-
know I was mad. We just got done
That
arguing.
sounds from Hell Melvin and the Blue
You know what I'm
Notes.
saying?
Can I-
But this is I have to break it down to him.
Right, but
like
let me
this
interject
'cause he
with you
don't
for this.
understand.
No, let me interject with you for this.
Mhm.
Because this one thing I know about you sincerely is that you for helping people
I am.
and women get out of bad situations. And I hear what you're saying,
Mhm.
but at the same time, that's not a place for no woman to be if she's getting
It's not.
abused. Sex, money,
Money.
Right.
whatever it is.
Thank you for saying
know,
that.
Right.
It's
And I
not a
want to
good
block
place.
your,
Put a clap
I
in
want to
that.
block where you got stuck into your
Yeah.
fantasy.
And you blocking
Oh, don't worry
and
about
you
it.
blocking your blessings too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Being
for sure.
stuck,
part,
and
for sure.
you blocking your blessings. You
'cause it
got
happens.
fenced up
For sure, yeah.
where the right person for you can't come in. When you know and they calling you for that makeup sex and you don't know how to say no, you gotta know how to say no. Just like a person on drugs, you gotta say no.
Say it with your chest.
It's
Right.
addictive.
Like none of us guys in here been
No,
a
I
part
can't
of it.
really know.
But no. But,
What, addicted to-
no. What is that part they call the man when he whoop? None of us been whooped. What
Right.
is it?
Of course not.
But you got
What
me
is
in that can get. What is it? Because I don't know.
What
What you
the
say?
name of it?
It's something whoop. You would know because you know.
What?
Let me see.
I
What is
got
it
me
called?
too.
What is it called?
Me too.
Mike, look at you.
I gotta meet that.
Oh, yeah.
You see the
Go ahead. What? No. What?
What is it called?
What is it? Whoop? What is it when the man get whooped by the
Oh.
woman? They call it something.
hand peck.
No.
I know some
Sex
hand
whoop.
peck.
What they call a
Oh,
sex whoop?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
there.
Is that it?
I
That's
guess. Yes.
You the
that's it.
professional.
I've heard
So,
of it.
like, even a man though, if you sitting here and getting mistreated and different things, and you sitting here because you so caught up on this woman's sex play, don't put yourself through it.
Yeah, men. I
Men
believe
do
in
that?
men probably. I
I heard about it.
Yeah.
I mean-
I done heard barbershop talk.
Yeah.
and heard that,
The
it was
men
so
get
good
caught
they
up-
couldn't walk
Yeah, absolutely.
away from it. That is.
They be bragging on it.
Like-
yeah,
like-
man.
like off
she
the-
got
They
some.
couldn't
She
walk
got
away
some.
from it.
She got
No, they
some
ain't gonna
good
talk
stuff.
too tough because they don't want
No,
nobody else
else
going
go-
over there.
But I know some men who have done that.
Yeah, like what's that movie with
I
what's
know
that
some
movie
men
with
that have done
one thing
that.
about
Eddie Murphy and them,
Hold on, one
Eddie
thing, hold on,
Murphy
listen.
and Red Fox.
But one thing, not life. No. The one where they was gambling.
Yeah, where they had where
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Like when he asked Della Reese, he said, "You got somebody you could put on, old boy?" Honey, I got a girl. You know, and my man got on, called her Sunshine.
Yeah.
My man laid, went to bed with her, got up, called on the phone.
Tell your mama I ain't
Yeah,
coming
put your
home.
mama on the phone.
Sunshine.
No, you tell her.
Rhonda ain't coming home.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
Lady Aaron.
And guess
Yeah.
what?
They ain't coming home.
That was based on like. He didn't love that woman, and he get ready to leave his
that
whole
was based on
family.
desire.
That was a physical. That was a physical
desire.
thing.
But that's a like. He liked
Yeah, he
what
liked
had.
it. Right, true.
Yeah,
he liked that.
liked
He
it.
liked that pleasure.
No, he didn't
Yeah.
love his whole family that he loved.
Kids and
No,
all.
he
To
didn't love
something
them
that he
too much.
liked. Well, he liked it. Well, the wife thought it. And the wife getting the phone call like, what?
Like, you know, something else I heard, and I did not know this. I knew I done heard people being an alcoholic.
Mhm.
But I met a gentleman that had a beautiful home, everything. And then they say, hey, look, go over here, ask what's his name. He drank away 2 houses, his cars, everything.
Mhm.
So anything that ain't right for you, that you stay participating in, is not good or healthy.
It's
I
detrimental
don't
But
to your
care
that's
how
so
body.
good it
easy.
is.
It's so easy. If it was that easy, we wouldn't have the
See, we're not here
situations
saying it's easy,
that we
but
have.
what is the things that you can share with with the concerned women that you speak for and stand
Mhm.
up for? What can you tell them, even
From
though it's
my
not
experience,
easy, not even necessarily your
well,
experience,
I can't.
but
I got to go
from
from there.
what can you tell them, even though it's not easy, to help them start traveling in the direction to help themselves? Because
Mhm.
that's the concern
Mhm.
out of this conversation of
Mhm.
How good is a relationship based off
of like
liking someone?
finding out
Start
basing it off liking somebody ain't that good to
Okay.
like.
I
Go ahead.
don't think.
Can I answer that? Start liking yourself and loving yourself all at the same
You
time.
start liking yourself, but learn to love yourself.
And learn to love yourself. If you
For
got to
real.
stand on loving yourself and knowing that you are better and you are worthy of a man treating you the way that you feel desired, of what your desires and your needs are. Some women and men, they don't they right here with it. They basic. They don't it don't their requirements are not there. It's like here.
Well, let me ask you this.
Some women is way up here.
Let me ask you this. Is it fair for you, me, or anybody that's watching this
Mhm.
to want something from someone that you're not willing to give them?
Wait, say that one more time.
Is it
Exactly.
fair
Mhm.
to want something from someone,
Mhm.
but you're not willing to give that back to that person?
Oh, let me.
That's a nice
Oh,
question.
you want to go or you want
No,
me to
you
go?
go ahead, ladies first.
I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been in a relationship where they was expecting something out of me that they couldn't give me, and that's very important. If I feel like if you're expecting something out of somebody, you should be willing and able to give it. And I used to say my motto was, I'm going to give you what you put into me. So whatever you put into me, I'm going to give it to you back. And when I give it to you back, it's going to be tenfold deeper and harder.
And then I hear what you're saying, but once we've trained ourselves to think certain ways on something and ain't give it a full thought, the very thing you saying, that can make sense in one essence.
Mhm.
But think about this. If you sitting here saying, hey, I'm gonna put this back into you,
Mhm.
since this is what you put into me, that's what keep people entangled into the toxic situations. Is back to what you said originally a minute ago. Women and men both
Mhm.
understand your worth
Mhm.
and have boundaries and stand
Boundaries.
firm on your boundaries. And if you stand firm on them and you know they're right, then you don't have to subject yourself to further of toxicness or any of the above.
But what I'm saying is, oftentimes you see in today's standard relationships,
Mhm.
people will tell you what you're not giving them, but then they're not giving you what they're asking for.
Yeah, and
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
that's what
You know,
we
because-
speaking
yeah,
on
And
now.
that's terrible.
When
I
they
mean, for
don't
real.
give it,
So I should be
when
able
they're
to
not
know.
giving
hold
it,
on.
let it go.
I should be able to know what you want based upon what
Mm.
you're giving me.
Now he
Well,
said
that comes with communication.
communication.
But
I was just getting ready to say it.
85% of communication is nonverbal. So you don't
That's
have to
but that
always say it.
well,
You can do it.
Show it.
well, the thing is this. Back to that old-fashioned courting you talking about.
Right.
In that courtship, you're gonna know it because you're gonna watch how the back and forth between the two go, and you're gonna say, you know what? It's like jump rope. How you sit there,
Mhm.
and then you know when to jump in, y'all gonna come with each other. Like for instance,
Mhm.
back to another TV show when the guy told the Bronx Tale, he
Mhm.
said, "Hey, if she opened that door for you, she for you." So to be honest with you, I never really looked at that, and I don't hold that as one of my things,
Mhm.
but I noticed that every time my one friend that I would open the door for her, automatically when I get to the door, she reaching and not doing it for me. So it put me back on that.
Right.
But that is
Yeah.
a certain quality that people possess. But
Mm-hmm.
once again, when you get into what you said, bro, about, okay, I'm putting this in and I'm getting this. Now, what I put in a person, I don't necessarily want what I put in that person back to what I'm putting in.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if they just appreciative type of person and I can appreciate what they have to give. Because it may not be the same of what I gave. I gave you a chicken sandwich. You gave me a chicken sandwich back.
Right.
No.
I could have kept
No.
the chicken sandwich
So,
and we could have been
right.
cool.
You look to see the qualities that you look in a person. But again, too, that communication. Because there's things a person can say to you and you can say, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm this, but that's just not me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But and the communication, it goes a long ways, and that will make or break a like or love situation.
But watch this. The only time in most relationships that I didn't, heard people talk about and things of that nature, the best time to communicate is in the beginning.
Yes.
Because that's when you can truly communicate.
Yeah.
Now, during the middle or in the latter years,
you know why
it become more and more difficult to communicate.
Yeah.
Because
you know why?
What's that?
Because you done, once again, relationships is a contract. And if you didn't negotiate that in the beginning, ain't no changing horses in the middle of a race.
Absolutely.
So when you bring
that's
that up,
wolf in sheep
my
clothing.
mama used to say that.
Which subjects are we talking
No,
about?
because it all blends together.
No, all of it
could
don't
be
stay
that,
together.
But watch this. That could be that wolf in sheep clothing because in the beginning, that person could be like, "Hey, put it in my ear." Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying. Then when the real them show up, they don't want to hear.
See,
it's and now you don't even feel comfortable communicating with them. Right.
Now we back to a separate subject when you get on that. Now we back to talking about deceitful, trickery, and deception people.
The trickery.
But when we sitting here in these two honest start relationships, you understand? Because all the time it's not about because once you got over the high of liking a person, then come to see that, you know what? Man, this person don't even drop the toilet seat down, don't wash their hands.
But hold up, just like the person don't drop the toilet seat
wasn't
down,
doing it in the
lift
beginning.
it back up when you finish?
They wasn't doing it when you
back up when
beginning.
you finish though.
No, I don't.
But you wasn't doing.
But you expect for it to be down though. See what I'm saying? You expect for it to be down when you come to the toilet, but after you finish using the toilet, you say,
you lift it back
up?
Through.
Let me lift it back up. So
well, let me be more specific with you two.
Okay, we'll be more specific.
Break it down.
Let's get it.
When you get in this relationship and you've acknowledged, you understand, point blank, that, hey, you know what? I don't wash my hands after I use the bathroom. I drink beer and belch out loud. I just fart anywhere. I'm doing it, you laughing in the early stages. But now that all the liking is over with, and then you come in and say, oh, yeah, by the way, a year later, I'm gonna need you to stop that farting just anywhere, belching, and I need you to wash your hands after that. Oh, now you want to bring in correcting me. No, I'm being who I am.
No.
And you accepted that early on without trickery.
No.
Yes, you did.
Well,
you didn't listen to the question.
Yeah. It just got out of control because now you're farting just too much. Now you're farting too much. Now you're farting.
I've been doing that 4 years.
No,
I've been doing it 4 years, and you laughed at it.
But when she liked you, it might didn't stink.
But now that she don't like you, here goes. Now it's a problem. How dare you do that shit?
She tell you, you back eating pork again.
Yeah. See, there you go.
You've been on pork all
the time.
But by the way, I meant to tell you, I don't do the pork. Come on, man. Tell me that a year and a half later.
But see, that's
I'm just speaking on that type of stuff.
Right.
Yes.
Now, back to support what y'all saying.
Okay.
These are different subjects, and we would be happy to pick all these up through the times of these podcasts.
Right.
But now, how do you handle, or we get to this now, then. How do you handle, basically, because you speaking on it, how do you handle once you discovered you've dealt with a deceitful person that used trickery and deception on you? How do you handle that?
How do you handle it? The deceit and I think
well,
everybody
discovered all of a sudden you ain't what you acted like.
Well, I think in the beginning, in the honeymoon stages, I think it's there.
We're talking about something different.
But no, she can go there because she said in the honeymoon stage, that's when In the beginning, everything fine. That's when you communicate.
We know the
well.
con. No, we
Right.
talking about the con. No,
But it's
see,
gonna come
I
out.
changed the subject. No, we talking about
But-
that what you brought up, the con. When the person got their stuff together, like he said, and leads you down into relationship land, and then pop out their bag that they ain't what they act like they
Well,
was.
we missed it. You just missed it.
No, how do you handle it once it take place? That's what I'm asking.
Well, you
once
know,
you discovered that this person was on some BS.
Then that's when you supposed. That's when you supposed
How
to
do
put
you
your
handle
car in
it?
reverse.
Well, okay, it depends on if you in that like or if you in that love stage. It goes back to that on
you
if
don't
you
like
really.
it if it's a problem.
Wait a
But
minute.
love tolerance.
Wait.
Love is
Every
tolerant.
relationship has a problem.
Love is
But
tolerant.
that don't mean you pack up your baggage and you leave.
Is it worth? You got to wait.
You got to decide on
when it turns
pros
bad.
and cons.
Well, it doesn't matter what we. I'm talking in
real bad.
Well,
about toxic.
Well, it doesn't matter because
it don't matter.
I mean, it does and it doesn't. It just depends on what your fight is and how you feel about that person. On if you feel like you can make something out of a relationship.
There go the problem. There go another problem right there.
Listen,
that's the problem in the relationships.
Listen,
thinking you can make somebody be what you want
them to be once
they
I didn't
show
say that. Did I
who
say
you
that?
are. You did say make.
That's not what I said.
It is.
That is not what I said.
You ain't got to run this back, do we?
Yeah, can we rewind the tape?
We had to do this last week.
We can rewind the tape, please.
Okay.
What did you mean when you
go
said
ahead. Well, let us say
make that person?
No, I didn't say make. No, you can't make nobody be right.
You can't even make yourself. It's hard enough making yourself.
I can't even make myself be right. So how can I make somebody else be right? That's not what I'm saying. If you willing on fighting for the relationship, that's where it's based on. Do you love this person enough to know that when you do hit something that's toxic, because we all have been in a relationship where it hits that, where it gets a little toxic every now and then. That don't mean that you pack up and leave. Now, do you like that person or love that person enough to fight for what you want?
See it?
For what you want.
For what you want. When the person already showing you they don't want what you want, that's why you at this point.
But if they show me that
there we go.
Well,
that's what keep people in that mess.
If they show me they willing as well as I'm willing to fight, and if we can fight together, but as you say, if that other person, listen, they could do it for a minute. Oh yeah, baby. We gonna do this. It's gonna be good, and I'm sorry, and we gonna go on back, and I ain't gonna do that no more. We get a lot of them men pillow talking with a woman.
What about the women?
I mean, well, okay, Mike. Okay, Mike, go both ways. He be stuck on that, but it goes both ways. And you get in the bed, and then I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better, and then you gonna trust that person because you're liking and loving this person. I will trust you, baby. Okay, well, let's start all over and let's do this. That becomes a cycle sometimes until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired and start to loving yourself and liking yourself. That's when you, and it only happens when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, because for you, how you put it, just pack up and just go.
No. When I say pack up and go is when it's toxic and it's to a bad point where you're getting abused. When you get
mentally
abused, that's when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is that when you sit there thinking, I'm gonna change this person, I put this work.
No, ain't no changing nobody.
We talking about when whether it's like or love, when it's not right and you're being abused, whether you like the person or love them. No, I'm saying leave. Like he said, put the car in reverse.
Well, I mean,
and I'm not saying it's easy.
I mean, you
can put your easy said,
but that don't mean it can't. It may be easier said than done, but that don't mean it can't be done.
It can't be done. Absolutely.
Because you know what I say about the ones that say it can't be done?
They ain't trying to do it.
Stay out of the way of those who doing it.
Right.
And let the ones that's doing it get in the way. Can somebody please get in the way? That part. But okay, so now what the solution? The solution to all this is the communication, I think. I had a person, they say, well, I'm listening. And they constantly say, I'm listening. So you could be talking and you having conversation. And they keep saying, well, I'm just listening. Well, at some point, you got to communicate so we can get to know one another. And so we can get on the same tracks to see if we liking, and if we're gonna move forward, or if we're gonna take this like to love or whatever it is. But to listen is a good thing. Listening is always good.
But you gotta create a comfortable environment for people to listen. Meaning that, hey, it's a difference between conversing and arguing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
A lot of people these days are argumentative. And if I'm sitting up here trying to figure out a way how to top what you saying to me, I'm not actually listening to you. I'm actually trying to think of how I'm gonna come back
You get
and
out
what I
of
can
it.
say to smash what
You
you
know what
trying to
that's
tell
called?
me.
You know what that's
What's
called?
that?
That's called people that listening to respond.
Yeah, exactly. You're not listening.
But suppose
to
they don't
accept-
respond.
But what you mean?
Okay, now if you got a situation where you're trying to communicate and that person, because it takes two. Communication, it takes two.
Right.
Once again, if this person's showing you that they're not considering what you're talking about, you got to start making your plans to exit that bad situation. My purpose of talking today is based off of and supporting the things that you do with your podcast, talking of domestic violence toward women and things like that.
Absolutely.
So I thing is no matter what the circumstances is, love, it ain't easy. A lot of things out here ain't gonna be easy.
Life ain't easy.
We wasn't even at a point in time allowed to be able to own houses and different things. But when we kept on going through that, you know, understand, we accomplished it. So if you sit and keep going, no matter how it is, try your best to remove yourself out of those bad, unhealthy relationships.
And especially because life is so short.
Life is,
life is
and
too
I say
short.
that now that I'm older,
it's true.
and I'm not in a relationship right now, but I tell, when I'm talking to somebody, listen, I'm too old for games, because I don't like, I'm 60 and I ain't scared to say it.
That's right. You look good for 60.
I'm 60 years old and I don't have time for games. So, and my requirements now.
Yeah,
and look how I'm froze. I'm like, I'm looking like my grandbaby.
Professional. You're looking very professional. Go ahead.
That's right.
Okay.
At least they can hear.
But
So continue.
yeah. So, but I say that to say that age makes a difference, and now you have to make a decision, either to get serious with your life and are leaving here. We are leaving here faster now than it have been in a long time.
Can I ask you a question? Right now, just want to ask you an honest question, because we on here saying we being honest, keeping it real.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Right now, you saying your age and you don't have time for games, right? But let's get to an important question about this for a lot of us. Are you honestly mentally ready for a relationship?
I think so.
You think so or you know so?
I know so.
Okay.
So that means you've rid yourself of all the baggage from your previous relationship, from all the misconceptions or all the stigmas, and
well,
all the trauma, trauma bond or whatever you want to call it, whatever you done got rid of all that, you done dealt with all that within yourself.
No.
Well, then
no.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I'm not ready. Now let me say this.
You ready to court?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
I would see court come before the relationship, in my opinion.
Yes.
So I would say you ready to court, but you may not be ready for a relationship.
This is the thing. The trauma that I went through in my previous relationship is there. I cannot dismiss it and say that it never happened, because it did. Have I learned to deal with it? Yes. Am I still dealing with it? Yeah, I am. And I think it's going to take some years. But the years that it may take, I might be dead and gone. So I can't stop living. I can't stop living, because it might say, well, it might take me 5 more years. Well, I'll be 65, 66. So no, I can't do that.
Can I ask you another question?
But I can move on with my life.
Yeah. Can I ask you another question?
Oh, God.
Do you feel if you take on a relationship association, do you feel that you may have triggers still in you from the prior which means the new person can innocently come at you about
Everybody
something.
got triggers.
Can come at something, but because of what you went through in the past,
Mhm.
gonna make you respond a certain way because it triggered you.
I have triggers from my first marriage. I've been divorced, been out of that almost 30 years
So now
now.
let me ask you a question.
So I mean, I got triggers from my first marriage.
Okay.
So that it's gonna always be there.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Now, what you hearing when we just talking and saying, yeah, this new person might could say something, and I was come back a certain way because of what I've been through. How do you view that?
You saying,
Repeat that.
Yeah.
How do you view Miss Winfrey saying that the new person could come and say something, and it could trigger her based off what she's been through in her old relationship?
I think now one
Just
thing
from
we
my
can't do.
past.
Our past is our experiences. So in my opinion, you can't get rid of your past, and it's not always good to get rid of your past, because if you get rid of your past, sometimes as far as that experience, it may
goes
repeat
away.
itself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
I do not want
I
that
mean,
to
talking
repeat.
about the
right. No, I'm
trigger
with you. I'm
part.
with you. I'm saying that
Thank
to
you.
say this.
Thank you, Larry.
So what I'm saying is, but it's something like I fell on my bike when I was 11 or 12 or whatever. Now I remember falling on my bike, but I didn't carry it to where I was bringing it to the next time I got on the bike. You know, I didn't
But
let
you
that.
coulda.
Yeah, I didn't let that scare me enough to where I wouldn't get on another bike. So I would say if she says she ready,
Yeah,
you know,
you can't be afraid to jump back on that bike. And if you
but
say,
I would just say, but I would just say, the past is. I would all you. You have to constantly remind yourself that the past is the past, and I'm leaving that there, but I'm moving to the future. So that's
and I really have to be mindful of where I'm at now, because I feel like I done came a long ways.
You have came a long way.
I done came a long way because I was really in a narcissistic, terrible relationship.
Can we get rid of that word?
No.
I would like to have a funeral for the word narcissist and
No.
narcissistic and
narcissist.
I mean, seriously, because
that is so
it seems
real.
like so many everybody hold
But
up.
it's a mental disease.
But hold up, but listen, can I say this? In my opinion,
No,
it
we're not
sounds
getting
like
rid of that
everybody
word.
no, but it sounds like everybody uses that word, see that themselves don't see no narcissistic ways or narcissist ways within themselves, but they kind of prescribe it for everybody else.
There's
For
a
real.
trait.
I mean, go ahead.
We're gonna go there for a minute.
Okay.
There is a definition, and they have.
And there's a long definition for narcissism.
No,
and it can fit everybody.
No,
when they get done, it apply to everybody.
No, it cannot. No, narcissistic people. Narcissistic people are not empath people.
Hey,
I can't stand
anybody hold up. Anybody out here watching this, go look up the word narcissist and tell me the definition don't fit everybody you know.
No, it don't.
It I ain't saying the whole thing.
No,
but
the main thing is a narcissistic
oh, he think
person.
He's selfish. I mean,
no, selfish does not mean no. Selfish does not define narcissistic. Narcissistic people are empath people. Do you know what an empath is versus a narcissistic person? An empath
break it down for
person does not have no empathy. They don't have no emotional feelings towards anyone. What you go through is what you go through, and they do not care. That's an empath. That is the number one thing about a narcissistic person. It is all about them and all the in the whole.
Let's look at the symptoms. Let's look at the symptoms of a narcissistic personality disorder symptoms.
Go ahead. Let's hit it.
Come down 3.
Let's hit it because we need to know.
Let's see the list.
Let's
go from here.
Because this is a mental.
It should go from here to I-75.
Right, there you go. No, it's not. It's only 10 things. It's only 10 things.
We looking for them, and as soon as we can pull them up, we're gonna share them on the board,
please.
And then we're gonna. All right, let's go. Let's see what the symptoms are. Oh, let's see here.
Okay, here we go.
The overview.
Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. They need and seek too much attention and want people to admire them. Period.
Okay, let's keep.
But that's it. People with the disorder maybe have lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. They do not care about you. That comes to that like and turn into love. They can't do it.
Okay.
But behind this mask of extreme confidence, they are not sure of their self worth and are easily upset by the slightest criticism.
Okay. Come on.
They can't stand it. Treat, let me see. A narcissistic personality disorder causes problems in many areas of life, such as relationship, work, school, or financial matters. People with narcissistic personality disorder may be generally unhappy and disappointed when they are not given the special favors or admirations that they believe they deserve. They may find their relationships troubled and unfulfilling. Hello. And other people may not enjoy being around them because they braggadocious. Let's go there. Treatment for narcissistic personality disorder centers around the therapy are also called psychotherapy. Narcissistic personality disorder affects more than males than females.
No, more males than
More
females.
males than females, and it often begins in the teens or early adulthood trauma. Some children may show traits of narcissism, but it is often typical of their age and doesn't mean they go on to develop narcissistic personality traits. I'm telling
Hold
you.
up. Okay, so now here's the symptoms. This is what we.
These are the symptoms of
Let's
it.
get it. Let's get it. Now,
have
hold up.
a
This is the part I was talking about.
unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require consistent excessive admiration. Feel that they deserve privilege and special treatment. Expect to rise as superior even without achievement. Make achievements and talents seem bigger than they are. And preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty of the perfect mate. Believe that they are superior to others and can only spend time with or be understood by equally special people. Be critical of and look down on people they feel are not important. Expect special favors and expect other people to do what they want without questioning them. Don't question me. Take advantage of others to get what they want. That should have been number one. Okay. Have an ability or unwillingness to recognize the need and feeling of others. Be envious of others and believe others envy them. Oh my God. Behave in the ignorant way. Ignorant. Arrogant way, brag a lot and come across conceited. Insist on having the best of everything. For instance, the best car, the best office, the best house, the best woman. They want to show off a woman. May have a bigger, a bigger ass or whatever. Excuse my friend. I'm just saying,
woman a big ass. You done added into your
I'm just saying.
You write your long lines on there.
Yeah, because
I'm just saying.
Sammy J ain't got nothing on you.
I'm just saying. Did I say big ass? I'm sorry.
You said Sammy J.
Talking about big ass.
I'm just saying.
A better woman than big ass.
I'm just saying. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I said that. Insist on having the best of everything. For instance, the best car or office.
Hold on, let's finish at the same time.
At the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder have trouble handling anything they view as criticism. They can become, that's not true.
Go ahead.
Become impatient or angry when they don't receive special recognition or treatment.
Have major problems
interacting with others and feeling slighted, react with rage or contempt, and try brittle other people to make them, you gonna eat, themselves appear superior. Have difficulty managing their emotions and behavior. Experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change. Withdraw from avoid situations in which they might fail, feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. Have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, humiliation, and fear of being exposed as a failure. If they get exposed, oh my God, they're coming after you.
Okay, so there you have.
I exposed my narcissistic partner. I exposed it, and it came out, and Lord have mercy, the crap hit the fan.
I rebuke what you just said about that eating to me
Yeah.
on live TV.
Yeah, you gonna get to eat.
He rebuking it in the name of who?
Out of the mud.
You right.
Yeah.
You gonna eat.
Yeah.
You gonna eat.
You know,
We
you
gonna
bring
eat.
So
up.
that was.
I got you past Sweetwater.
Thank you so much for for reading that for real.
Yes.
And sharing that with the people, because a lot of times people hear the word but don't actually know the
They
full
don't
definition.
know the
Yeah.
meaning of it, and it's so important. I've sent that, and I tell people when I feel like they're with a narcissistic person, I say, research it.
However, we are officially burying.
No, we're not.
Thank you. Please.
Y'all are.
Please.
Y'all are.
Well,
But I'm never gonna bury it.
Well, I tried.
Because you know why? Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of the domestic violence and the stuff comes from mental illness, and it divides from different things. And I think that's one of them. That some people have that mental illness part going on with that. So I could never bury that, because that's just life.
We just saying for the show.
Right.
Okay.
You know, this about the millionth time we done.
But yeah, but well, y'all, you know what I'm saying, as you see, certain subjects can get heated, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
And it's a beautiful thing when you have, independent minds that can come together and have a discussion about many things and anything. And that's really, it's a blessing.
I thought this was educational, for people to die, take a look at
shout out to the Copa one more time.
Oh,
for those that know, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you won't. You know what I mean? Straight up. Because it's gone, it's long gone. But nevertheless, we got the ghost of the Copa. We got the ghost of the Copa riding behind us.
Gone but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten. You know what I mean?
Can't forget about the Copa.
It's been
what was the name of that club down there at the Hilton? It was upstairs. It used to be a club upstairs.
I remember the wine down there used to have
upstairs at the hotel down there. It used to be
I'm surprised that
I used to go up there.
I'm surprised that you didn't call it the Narcissist Inn.
And that's where they were.
Yeah,
all the
that's where they was all hanging out. Okay.
I knew it was gonna be a connection somewhere in there.
Yeah. So, but again, you know what I mean. So, we anything would y'all like to say before we wrap it up for this evening? And
I just like to make sure you know that from Out of the Mud we send prayer to anyone and everyone who's going through something with their families.
Yeah. Shout out to my family.
Absolutely.
Losing Granny, shout out to Granny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. To
she
hear
would
that.
definitely be be missed. She would never be forgotten, but she would definitely be missed for real, straight up.
After 90 years, I
92.
know that's a long time to walk the earth.
Yeah, that was a blessing.
Yes.
She definitely was in favor with God. God had God favor.
I would like to send a shout out as well to Hemorrhoidal Cream. You are very powerful.
Yeah, that's why he got to hurry up and get out this chair.
Oh, he on the Preparation H.
He on Preparation H right now. So he's in a hurry.
Come out of the mud, Preparation H.
Tux is some icy hot.
And pay for sponsoring because you got my ass out of a jam.